Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dalania and welcome back to Super Hostile Modded Dalania. In the last episode, we were taking on the Tomb of the Sun. I almost said temple. It is not the Temple of the Sun. I keep wanting to call it the temple. It is a tomb, and it's a weird location. We also died. So between episodes, I've been working here at the base. I got some sheep. I've been letting the fish farms run, and I wanted to show you guys. So I got a single book from this one, which there's a bunch of fish and fish products. I come over here every once in a while and take out, at the very least, the enchanted books. This one didn't have anything, but this one has 4 books, and we have Feather Falling 4, which is really good. Everything else is kind of whatever, but like, it had 4 books. That is something else. I've also been doing some farming and getting various the crates to get more seeds and saplings. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a repeatable bundle. If I do this, 24 carrots, eggplant, and wheat, I get a loot crate for a random seed and sapling. Not gotten too much that's been like, I don't want to put those in there. Not gotten too much that's been all that great. Let's go ahead and put Feather Falling down there. But I did get some stuff that's important. So one, I got an olive sapling. So I'm going to grow that over here and see what I get. We can get some olives, make olive oil. I almost said olive juice, which it's not really what you get from olives. But more importantly, we got a Lucius spore. And these are used for the Master Farming Bundle. However, we need netherrack to grow them and a few more levels in farming. So nothing like that today. Now, one of the main reasons that we're still here at the base is because we're going to make a new weapon. This sword is pretty good. Sharpness 4, 5. That's a 5. Soul binding, it's good enough. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to make something very powerful. So we're going to take a handle, which apparently is a quest. Put a wither bone with it, which we've gotten from the withers that have been around, and then we're going to make this. So 2 dragon bones, we got that from the first dungeon, and make a dragon bone warhammer, which is armor piercing, also has a ton of attack. So this thing is gonna be good, and we're gonna enchant it. I have 38 levels. So hopefully we can get something good. Unbreaking 5. Lifesteal 3. Ooh, that's tempting. Unbreaking Sharpness. Not good enough. So we'll just disenchant it. And knock back to Sharpness 3. I need something to enchant that's not going to be, like, important. How about our shovel? Let's enchant our shovel. Why not? We're going to encounter a lot of sand. Because desert soul binding is actually kind of nice. So smite 5. I don't think I want smite. Efficiency. All right, we'll go with that. Smite. All right, let's just do it. Nope. And now I don't have enough levels for a level 30. So sharpness 3, soul binding. Okay, let's do the soul binding. Knockback. I don't like that. Let's grab some more lapis. Mounted strike, not going to be doing that. Soul binding 3. I mean, let's see what unbreaking. Just unbreaking. We're losing a lot of levels very quickly. Those are shears. Okay, so we need 32 levels, or I think we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna make it. So unbreaking 4. That is actually 4. Do we have any sharpness high levels? We might. Some sharpness 1s. We do have a soul binding, so let's go ahead and put that on here. That is not how you do that. And we just need to get some sharpness. So, we did get a survival thing. We're going to get some experience for that, which is nice. I don't know if there's any other quests we can do right now that's going to give us a bunch of experience. But what we need to do some hunting. If we can, not the novice, if we can do the apprentice, if we can kill 3 trumpet skeletons, we'll get a choice reward, which we can get at the very least sharpness 3. Otherwise, none of these are even close. Yeah, none of those are close. So if we can find some trumpet skeletons, that'd be good. Anyways, the other thing I want to do is we are going to make a new travel pack. Maybe. My mouse has been acting up lately. I probably need to get a new one. We're going to get a medium pack because this thing is a little bit bigger. It's a full chest worth. And we have the levels to use it. So one thing that we're going to want to do is get building up to level 32 as well as get our farming skill up a little bit more. So I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to pause right here. So there is a couple things that we need to get. I need to get a bunch of water. I don't believe I only have 6 in here. Yeah, we need to get a bunch of water because I don't have that. That is presumably still in the tomb. I don't know if it's despawned. It shouldn't be. But we're going to purify some water up. And honestly, we're not going to use a sword and shield anymore. So we can kind of get rid of those. Actually, you know what? Let's take the copper mace out. We'll put that in there. And the shield, is there anything that we don't need? I don't think we need this stuff right now. The wooden tools. We're going to take those away. So I have plenty of food. We have a good bit of arrows. We're going to have to keep arrows, unfortunately, just because we do not have any sort of... we don't have any sort of, like... what is it, infinity on our bow. We have unbreaking, which is fine. I might mess around with this a little bit more. I think I have some more soul binding. Be nice. Do I have feather falling on my boots? I do. So that is the only thing, is we might need to get some more enchants, but I think what we're gonna do is I'm going to mess around a little bit more, see if I can't get some enchants, and then we will, I mean, I can always enchant books as well, and hope that one of these will drop some really good books. But I am going to head back to the Tomb of the Sun, and we'll start back probably close to over there. Once we get some, you know, a new horse, gotta get back over to the place that we need to go. So as a reminder, the Tomb of the Sun is like right there. There is a teleportation mage tower right there, and the one we need to go to is right there. We're right there. So we just go south and we'll get there. So I am going to meet you guys back in the desert, and we will go from there. Alright, so we are up here at the Mage Tower, south of Dalan, and we are, I don't know why I said it weird. I keep wanting to say Dalania, but it's Dalan City. We're at the Mage Tower down here, and we're gonna teleport to Manenka. But before we do, I have put sharpness 3 on my warhammer, so I got a sharpness 2 book from enchanting a bunch of books, and that was enough to combine. Sharpness 3 is not bad. We can improve it later, so we'll just live with that for now, and we don't have any other quests to do, so I think we're ready. I had to grab my purified water. We also have some extra grape juice if we need it, golden carrots, and we're gonna go to Manenka, however you say this, because of this. There's one other thing I want here, because I did forget to go grab this, but we're gonna use the we're gonna use the spawn a horse thing, and I do want to try to get a little bit of. That is not what I want. That is not what I want. I do want to get a little bit of, that's not what I want, directions. I wanted a bed. That is what I wanted. So what we're going to do is we're going to spawn a horse and we're going to go straight there. And hopefully, water is a little bit of a problem, but it's fine. I do want to get a little bit of the map, but we are going to spawn a horse here so that we can easily go on down to where we need to go. And hopefully it's going to be night soon. Our items should still be fine. So we need 1 gold. And that is enough for the horse. I'm going to tie... Oh, you can't actually leave. Never mind. Path blocks, I don't think that the horse realizes it can walk out of there. So that is good. We're going to sleeping bag for the night, and then we're going to head out in the morning and go back to the Tomb of the Sun. So the big problem we ran into was there was a mummy, and the mummy was a little bit powerful. That was it. So let's hop onto this guy. I don't really care about making him like stronger or anything, but we're just gonna head due south and a little bit this way. So we should encounter our other horse. I think we still have a horse over there. It might have died. I don't know. I got it back. We spawned in a new one or something. We had a horse that died, and it was a terrible horse. I hated it. But it's fine now because it's dead. Hey, get off. So we have a weapon that is going to do armor piercing. That was the kind of big reason why I wanted to get a new weapon. Alright, so let's go over top this mountain. Should be easy enough. And then now we should be in the region that we need to be. Maybe. I don't even know what I hit. But I need to stop jumping. I'm so jumpy in these maps because nothing is ever guaranteed to be safe. Alright, that was weird. So, yeah, over in this direction, we should see the dungeon area soon. Yeah, we're almost there. And then hopefully the Warhammer 1 is going to do a ton more damage. It's like a 20 attack. Well, it was like 17.5 hearts of attack damage. It's not actually hearts, it's half a heart. But it was 17.5 to begin with, and then with sharpness 3 it should be even more. So that is good. It's just going to be a matter of how good. And it is unfortunately a double-handed, same thing. It is a two-handed weapon, which is a little bit unfortunate, but alright. Hey, I'll tie both of you up. Okay. And then we're going to set our spawn here. So new spawn point. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of this for now. In fact, I can put that away as well. So we have space in the inventory. Let's head back into here. And this area is terrifying. We did lose our bucket of water, and that is a little bit of a concern because there's a lot of lava here, and it's also really low to the ground. I have a sneaking suspicion that there's not actually blocks underneath the lava. It is void. But if we can get back to where we were, which we weren't like that far. The problem was getting down here, and I did look at a little bit of information on this. There's a wiki, and I looked just briefly just because I was curious. Is this like the intended way? Yes it is. This area is a little bit larger than you might think. Okay, we have a bunch of stuff here. That's good. But yeah, this area is probably larger than you think. And there is not a good way down here. So what we did was pretty much expected. And we didn't get much farther than this. In fact, there is the mimic crab. which should have some of our stuff. I don't know if it will, but it should. Yep, our stuff is still there. Awesome. That is really good, because that means... oh, I didn't realize that was full of stuff. That means we've recovered all of our stuff, which is good. Okay. There's a lot of stuff in here that I don't know. One thing that we definitely want to do is grab our bucket of water. And yeah, we have all of our stuff. Cool. So I guess let's continue working our way through here. And this time, hopefully, we don't encounter any mummies. Especially mummies of the short variety. The heart scared me. Why? Why am I jumpy? Alright, let's come over here. There's a wizard. It's fine, I'll just shoot the wizard. Haunted tool. Those are gold blocks. I don't trust that. So there is a staircase here. I don't trust anything here. This is a tomb, and anybody that's watched any amount of, like, that was a lighting error. Anybody that's watched any amount of, like, any sort of... Oh, great. I looked at the Enderman. Hey, can you go away? Anybody that's ever seen any amount of... I really want this Enderman to disappear. Any amount of, like... adventuring, Indiana Jones, anything like that, knows that tombs are full of booby traps, and booby traps are not fun. But these guys are not bad. Alright, baby spiders. That is... No. No, that was bad. That was not like it was supposed to be. Okay. Purple enemies are fast, and that was a purple creeper who is very fast, and that's terrifying. Okay, let's eat. I kind of want to, like, murder these guys. Perfect. I saw something that I didn't really like the look of. Oh, it's a creep. I don't like these guys. But Warrior of the Sun, so anything that has a lot of armor actually doesn't do well against us because of our hammer. Like, we should do a lot to most things. Lag spike is not good. Okay. I don't like lag spikes. We have more copper tokens, silver tokens. We are getting a bunch of just random things. A lot of nuggets. Alright, let's refill torches. And let's get in here a little bit more. Alright. Oh, great. There's a death worm. I've dealt with these before. They're not, like, terrible. The worst thing about stuff like this is, or whatever that thing, bone worm. All right, let's get out of here. We are hurting, and the worst part about things like that is not so much the actual enemy, as much as the fact that they do they're an inferno mob, so they do a lot of other things. And that's what hurts. But yeah, there's gold blocks here. Rebone? Oh, apparently it died. Alright. Do I dare steal gold? Yes, yes I do. I am going to take this gold because nobody can stop me. Okay. So let's go explore this way for a moment. And bone skeleton, it is dark. Oh, I don't like this. I wonder if this is like the bottom of that area. Not sure. But I don't like a lot of lava. We don't have any like potions of fire resist anymore because we used it, and that would have been nice to have, but no luck. Alright, let's get back up here. Let's stop being scared. Let's make some progress through this area. I do like... I hit the wrong button. I should unbind Q. I've never seen one of those, but it's dead now. So Warrior of the Sun, Zombie ones. These things are not terrible. That was a parasite. And yeah, a lot of zombies. Yeah, he's getting eaten by a parasite. Parasites are both good and bad because they can be infernal, but they're relatively easy to murder. Let's put all this stuff away that we can. I don't really care about bricks and bones, so if we lose that, it's not the end of the world. Alright, those are pits. And we don't have a shield anymore. So skeletons are going to be a little bit stronger. And that is an infernal creeper. That's fine. You go down the pit. So I don't know if things were actively spawning here. It sure feels like it. Aha! There are spawners here. Let's grab all the goodies. Let's walk away. And put as much stuff away as we can. Okay. So I'm gonna regret this. Yeah, it goes down to lava. Let's get our water bucket back out. And we're just gonna do one of these. Down each of these holes. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. That is an infernal mob. That's you. Skeleton fell down the hole. Alright, let's see if we can't... I feel like my frame rate is just jumping around. Alright. We're gonna retreat a little bit. Just wanted to get their attention. And then we can just drink some water. Eat some food. You know, the normal. I do want to have that on the bar, and we're going to put as much stuff away as we can. I did want to shoot... Okay. I was aiming for the skeleton both times. Alright, let's get some more. Alright. And then we have that. Just send some water down these holes. Yeah, and that'll at least make some... Okay, there is a spawner here, it feels like. No? Okay. Okay. So let's peek around this corner. And I don't like the looks of that. Okay, that's another staircase. There's also these gold blocks right here that look like they're free to take, so we're gonna freely take them. Alright, cool. So I think what we're gonna do, kind of reach that point where I'm scared and I don't want to go on. So I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to call the episode here. And we've cleared out a little bit more of this area. I'm really liking our Dragonbone Warhammer. Works pretty well. And so it's just going to be a matter of, let's get some stuff kind of put away. Clear out the inventory a little bit, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use our travel pack that we made, put all the goodies that I want to keep in there, sort through things with the chest up here, over here, and then next time we'll explore a little bit more. We might go down the other path a little bit, and fast zombie, no, bad. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to improve some skills. Okay, parasites, stop. Okay, I want to improve some skills, specifically building, and I might do some other ones as well. Get farming up, but let's get somewhere safe. I heard that skeleton. I don't know where the skeleton is now, but this feels a little safer. So we can get farming up. And that's most of our levels, so that's good. So I'm going to sort the inventory, and then next time we will continue on in here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!